How's it going, you guys? We are going to be working in both side yards today. I have two things that I want to get planted. One in this side yard that's going to go on the other side of that U, and three grasses that you guys saw me just pick up that we're going to get planted on the other side yard. So let me show you guys what we have to get planted. I'm really excited about them. I think it's gonna start adding to that like formal cottage vibe, especially the grasses. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys. So we have three of these grasses right here. This is a pink Muhly grass. It's called Ruby, and it's really, really pretty. Let me turn the camera around and give you guys a better look at this thing because it is so gorgeous. So I have three of them. I've got one there and these two here, and this is the pink. I don't even think you guys can tell on the camera how pink this is. It looks more purple on camera, but it is very pink, especially like in contrast with the green. And they are so pretty. The way that these plumes just kind of like move in the wind is going to be so gorgeous. So these are gonna go on the other side yard. So these plumes are gonna be so beautiful. I mean, I'm just looking at the way that they're kind of slightly moving in this little bit of breeze that we have, and it is gorgeous. So here is the tag, maybe, there's the tag. Full sun, blooms late summer to fall time. Really, really cool plant, especially for later on interest in the garden as everything's kind of winding down. This is what it looks like when it has no blooms. So just very, very thin blades for the grass. They're not like thick grass blades like it would be on like the purple fountain grass, how they have much thicker blades, very thin. And you guys can see like the plumes are different. Purple fountain grass plume versus the Muhly grass. And I'm probably saying that wrong, so just go with it, all right? You saw the tag, so here it is. So the grasses is zones 6 through 11, very hardy plant. I mean, 6 through 11 can handle quite a bit. Full sun, you want to be planting this in. It can handle a little bit of shade, but the more sun that it gets, the happier it's going to be. So full sun. And then also you want to make sure that you're planting it in an area that it's pretty dry grounds. You don't want to plant this somewhere where it's staying wet. They like to be a little more on the dry side. So I'm gonna plant these under the eaves of our house, and also I have irrigation ran to them, and that's actually an area that I've kind of struggled with water retention. So I think that these will be very, very happy over there. And then also we're not going to fertilize them. So a lot of grasses, ornamental, don't really need a whole bunch of fertilizer, and honestly don't really want fertilizer. So we're not going to fertilize these guys. They're just going to go in the ground, very easy. And then I'm hoping that this one right here does start to bloom this fall time. We'll see. It's been in its nursery container the entire growing season, so we'll see. I won't be surprised if it doesn't, but I would love if it did. So let's talk about the other plant now that we have for the other side of the property, this side of the property, and that is this guy right there. So here is the next one. This is a Brunnera. It is called Jack of Diamonds, and it is a gorgeous Brunnera. I love the silvery leaves on it. Huge leaves. I mean, you can see the size of my hand, so absolutely massive. This one does get 14 to 16 inches tall and wide, and it is a zones 3 through 8. So I'm really not supposed to be able to grow it in my zone 9. You can see this one leaf was in the sun. It was sitting here, and that one leaf was just getting a little bit of sun, and right here burned. So I probably will come in and cut this entire leaf off right here, and I will let the rest of it continue to grow, which will be totally fine. These things in zone 9 need as much shade as I can possibly give them. Like, they need like fern status shade. So this is gonna go over in this side yard, and it's gonna get tucked into this corner right here. This is gonna get full shade. It'll just get like indirect light because the sunlight comes in from this way. This is east, this is south, and this is west. So sunlight comes this way, goes over this way, and the sun usually hits right about past that tree. So what happens is this area gets a little bit of overhead light, but this is going to get protection by this U, and then it'll get reflection from direct sunlight from the house shining down onto it. So it's not going to get any direct light on the leaves. It's gonna get mostly indirect light. And just kind of like how it is right now, it's bright, but there's no sun actually hitting this area. So it should be really, really happy. Just kind of tucked in right back here in this area. And I think that'll give a nice little pop of silver in this area. I think it's gonna be really pretty. So let's get this guy planted. This one we are gonna fertilize. Let me just show you guys. Oh yes. That was gonna be so pretty right there. Let me show you guys where these are gonna go really quick though. So these 3 grasses are gonna go right here up against the house. I think that'll really make the pink pop. And this is what you'll see when you come down the walkway. Look at Wesley in his bed. His daytime bed. Anyways. These will go right here, just like this, and that is going to be so pretty with the contrast of the pink up against the house. So I have the 2 that are blooming here, and the one that's not blooming on this side, so it still looks like there's plenty enough blooms already going in case that one doesn't bloom, you know? So let's get these guys tucked in. These are going to be easy, no fertilizer, and I'm just going to pop them directly on the ground. So let me grab my shovel really quick. Also, this is the Brunnera that we have already in the ground, and this one is like 2 years old in the ground. And look at all the dog hair. It's so gross. But you can see zone 9, obviously they work here in California zone 9. This is a weird little bed. So it's like a triangle here of deep shade. So like I've got some violas here, but then I have some alyssum and a few other things. And then I have some heuchera tucked in. And I mean, it's a weird little area. It's like shade, but also full sun. So this works right here. I would love to line this entire bed with Brunnera. I think that would be so pretty. But I mean, but it's like full sun right here. I had a heuchera right there, but it burned because this section gets more sun. This side yard has transformed so much this year. I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like. There was nothing here. The fence was falling over. The fence has been done. The espalier has been done. The yews were done. This Jack Frost Brunnera is so pretty, and I love how big these leaves are. That is going to be so nice to have that icy blue foliage down there, and I'm expecting it to kind of like fill out this area. I would love if I could find a few more, like kind of run down this way a little bit more with them, but that was the last one, and it was amazing. Really, really happy. And then down there, you guys saw me plant the Cloa, and it's doing really well. So this whole area is transformed. You guys remember what these looked like when I planted them? They were so bad. They were so burned. They have started to really rebound and fill back in. This is the worst one, but for the most part, like they have really filled back in, and this looks so nice now, and I love this Brunnera. So let's go over to the other side yard, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So if we come this way, obviously this is where we store our garbage cans. But look at how it glows in the sunlight. That is so pretty. Look at how pink that one is right there. That is so gorgeous. Wow. Okay, love this. Let me go on this side. It kind of disappears on this side. All of a sudden the sun came out. It's been raining. And the sun just decided to come out. But is that not so pretty? That'll be so nice. It should get to about there in height, and it should fill out this entire area, all three of those there. I love that. I would love to. The walkway is going to be expanded just a little bit further on this side, mostly on this side, actually probably out to about there. So quite a bit on this side. So it's a nice wide walking area, and oh, that looks so good. I do plan to redo a lot of things in most of the garden. This area, also, this rose I planted in the wrong area. Look at this one stem. This is Abraham Lincoln. If you're wanting a rose for cutting, this is the one you want. So here is one stem. It starts there, and it is a long, straight stem up to a single bud. This is going to be a red rose, and this is where like a lot of single stem red roses come from, like long stem, because you can see there's another one that starts there and it shoots all the way up to there. Absolutely massive, and they're really pretty large red roses. Anyways, back to this. These will be really happy there. These will get full sun, and the other plant will get full shade. And one more thing I wanted to update you guys on is this juiced orange jessamine has pushed out so much new growth. All of that from right there to there, new growth. And you can see all of the tips, all that bright green, new growth. This thing is so happy right here. So that is gonna be it for this video, you guys. Thanks for coming along with me to plant those. I feel so much better having the grass over in this side and getting that Brunnera planted. It's been sitting in its container for weeks now. It was time. So I'm gonna go inside. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.